What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at something a little different, but something that's been getting quite a bit of attention lately. We're going to be looking at the Smith Wesson 432 UC. Now, if you're into concealed carry, different lightweight options, or just want something that's simple and reliable, this might be one of the most underrated revolvers out there right now. So today we're going to break down kind of what it is, what makes it different, who's it actually for, and whether it's really worth your money. So let's get into it. As you can see, this is the box it comes in. Just a simple cardboard box, doesn't come with any hardcover cases or anything like that. Open it up. Congrats, you just bought a Smith & Wesson. And then we have our actual revolver inside, wrapped up in this plastic sheet. And here she is. Now we'll take a look at her later and we'll see what the rest of the box has for us. So we can look, we have some just more safety instruction manuals. And then what every firearm's been coming with lately is our cable lock. That's pretty much the basics. That's all that we got going on in the box right now. It's not anything too fancy. So now we actually have our 432 out. So the 432 UC, the UC stands for Ultimate Carry. And that's exactly what this revolver is designed for. So kind of what you're looking at, you got that J-frame revolver. It's going to be chambered in 32 H&R Magnum, and it's going to have that 6-round capacity, which is a pretty big deal for a revolver this size. That's kind of insane. It still holds that 6 rounds. It's going to be a very lightweight frame. It's around 13 to 16 ounces. You can also buy a titanium version, which is going to reduce the weight as well. Right away, it's standing out just with all that because most small revolvers are 5-shot 38 specials. So it gives you an extra round, less recoil, and still some solid defense performance. Let's talk about what really makes it special. Our capacity upgrade, obviously, we've already mentioned it. The 6 rounds in the J-frame size gun's huge. The extra round really could matter, especially in a defensive situation. So if we use our little lock right here, you're going to see it comes with this little red piece just to protect the cylinder. Here we have our 6 rounds. Now, I do know what some people are going to say, why not just get a 38? I mean, the thing about 32 versus 38, you're going to have that less recoil, which is going to allow for faster follow-up shots, and it's still effective if you get the right self-defense ammo. This is a very shootable revolver, especially for newer shooters or anyone who struggles with the snappy 38 recoil. Or 357, it's not going to break your wrist. Now, when we talk about our trigger, it's going to be that typical Smith & Wesson double action trigger. It's going to be smooth, consistent. It's going to have that very long pull because it's a double action, but it is going to be predictable. So exactly what you want in that defensive revolver. So before we play around with the trigger, obviously we're going to make sure it's safe. No ammo in there, nothing in the barrel. So it's just going to be that long, consistent trigger. You can definitely tell when you're about to hit that wall, and then it's just that slow squeeze through. You can also tell it is a heavier trigger since it is double action. It's probably about a 10-pound trigger. Now, when we talk about the sights, this is kind of where the UC version is actually going to shine. You actually get upgraded sights, way better than your typical stub-nose revolver. We can already see our upgraded sights right there. So it's going to be more visible, easier to pick up when aiming, and actually usable under stress. And now when we talk about the weight and carry, this thing is light, super light, easy pocket carry, easy appendix carry, even great for a backup gun if that's something that you guys rock. You can literally forget you're carrying it. It's so light, so small with that J-frame. Now, when we talk about different shooting impressions, again, we've already mentioned it, the recoil is going to be very manageable, especially since it's a 32. It's going to be way softer than that 38 special, and it's going to be easy to stay on target with that lesser recoil. Your follow-up shots are going to be fast, and accuracy at defensive distance is going to be solid. This is one of those guns where you actually want to practice with it, but honestly, that's what you should be doing with any firearm that you're going to be shooting, especially for a defensive situation. Now, let's go over some pros and cons. One of our pros is going to be that 6-round capacity in the very small frame. You're going to have that low recoil. It's going to be very easy to shoot, again, with that nice Smith & Wesson double action trigger right there. It's going to be lightweight, super easy to carry. You can get a pocket holster and just throw it in your pocket if that's something you want to do. It's going to be very reliable. It's a revolver. There's not as much jamming issues that can cause like you'd find with a semi-automatic. Great for beginners and also just great for experienced shooters. Again, if you want a backup gun or something that's small, lightweight, and effective. So some of the cons, the ammo can be a little hard to find since it's a 32 Magnum instead of that 38 Special. It's also not going to be as powerful as that 38 Special. However, it still will be very effective in your self-defense use. It's also going to have that smaller grip, so it might not fit larger hands perfectly. You can see when I'm gripping it, it's really only got room for 2 fingers, so my pinky just sits on the bottom right there. And that's just because it's that smaller frame made for concealed carry. So really, who is this going to be for? So this gun is perfect for, again, new concealed carriers, someone who don't want to break their wrist by shooting a 357, people who are going to be sensitive to that recoil of a 38 Special or 357, then really just anyone wanting a lightweight everyday carry option. Revolver lovers looking for something modern, this is going to be a great option for that. Now, this is not going to be for someone looking for that maximum stopping power, because like we've already mentioned, that 38 Special or 357 is going to have a lot more stopping power, but with that, a lot more recoil. It's not going to be someone looking for a high capacity. Most revolvers are going to be your 5 or 6 rounds. This is going to be our 6 round. So if you're looking for a 15 round, 10 round for concealed carry, this is not going to be for you. And it's also just not going to be someone if you're just looking for a range toy with some cheap ammo, because that ammo is going to be a little harder to find. So before we get into our final thoughts, just wanted to recommend some cleaning options for it. So obviously with a revolver, it's not like a semi-automatic where it breaks down into those 4 easy slides with your slide, lower receiver, the recoil spring, and then your barrel. So what you're going to do is you're just going to open the cylinder right here, pop it out. Make sure you clean all those. You can always get like a bore punch to actually clean inside the actual cylinders. Same within the barrel in there. And just make sure all of this is clean. All of this is clean. If you didn't know, this is going to be your extractor rod. So that's what's going to take all of your rounds out so you can quicker reload. Now, some of our final thoughts. So at the end of the day, the Smith Wesson 432 UC does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's very simple. It's reliable, it's incredibly easy to carry and shoot. Honestly, that's what most people actually need in a concealed carry gun. So let me know your thoughts. And then if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And then if you're in Wisconsin, make sure to check out our CCW classes. We'll get you trained, confident, and ready. We got some coming up. So I'll see you guys in the next one.